Hello everybody, so I have a really cool Oscar Schmidt guitar here, and it's a Les Paul. And I'm just going to play some of it first. I want you to hear what it sounds like. I'm playing through a Fender Frontman amp. Let's listen to what it sounds like. Then we'll talk about this guitar and what I think is really cool about it. The pros and cons of getting this guitar, which is very affordable and beautiful. So here we go. I'm in the Fender Frontman. I'm playing through a clean sound. I got my volume set to about 2, and I got everything set to like 5, 5.5, something like that as far as tone goes. So this is the treble pickup. Quite nice, I think. It may be distorted. Let me go down to about a 1.5 here on volume. It's got a lot of volume. I have no reverb, no anything on the amp. And I'm using little Zoom H1s to record this, so I don't know how well it's picking it up. This is all still on the bridge pickup. Let's hear what some like lead tones sound like if we're playing with it. Alright, so pretty cool. Let's go to the middle, at the in between where we're using both pickups. And here's what that would sound sort of like. Let's play the front pickup. How do the lead top tones sound on this one? And then back to the front again. So like for the in-between, I kind of like this, like it for funky sounds like. I switched over to the second channel on the Fender Frontman, so now I have a little bit of gain. I'm going to dial it all the way back to really where it's just #1, so almost no drive at all. And I can't remember if I have more drive or less drive on this. Still in the middle position. Let's go down to the bottom. a mid contour button on this front man. Let me try playing that and show you what it sounds like. So the thing that's interesting about this is I'm still on 0. I mean, I'm like 1 for gain. And the reason we buy Les Paul type guitars is because they rock. So the thing I love about this guitar and the pickups in this little guitar is that they really dirty up really nicely. So I'm going to go up to, I'm going to take the drive up to about 3. So now I'm just on a drive of 3, still in a treble position. We got this kind of sound. Let me change that contour again to mid contour. Sounds pretty killer. In the rhythm position. Gone to number 4 on drive. Really like the in-between the 2 pickups on this. It just has sort of a interesting kind of sound that I don't really usually get out of my Les Paul guitars. Almost my better rhythm sound to me than playing in the up position. I've played this thing pretty hard. It's staying in tune really well. Let's talk about it for a minute. So yeah, it's beautiful wood and it's dark here in my studio, so you're not really getting a super good look at it. So I shot a bunch of shots out in the sun to get some really up close looks. So one of the differences, I guess, with the other Oscar Schmidt, like the OE20, which is my gold top that I got. Let's talk about the physical things first. It has like gold plated hardware, which I don't know how long that'll last, but it looks really great starting out. It's got an excellent bridge, I think, and tailpiece. The pickups seem, I think, real responsive, quiet. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. If there's any one weakness about this, the switch here. Well, it's not doing it now. But a while ago, or maybe I've got to break it in. It was like making a little bit of a pop sound when I did the switch. The switch might need to be switched out, but honestly, the tuners seem really great. The neck feels awesome. Compared to my gold top, it has really nice binding around it, which the Les Paul, which the gold top version of the OE20 does not. The top, the wood on the top matches up real nicely. I think it's beautiful. Of course, you have the dragon inlays here, which are actually mother of pearl. This nut is great, very low friction kind of nut. The tuners are better than I'm accustomed to seeing on Oscar Schmidt guitars. I like the fact you got this kind of little, almost like leathery, so it's plastic, but I like the little back pieces on it. The wood on the back is beautiful. The fretwork seems to be great. The intonations seem pretty much spot on. I mean, let's test it. The setup was great. It's exactly the way I like to play it. I've not touched a thing as far as setup. Someone I'd seen a review, and some guy was criticizing the bridge, saying that it's not a wide enough bridge, and he wanted to replace the bridge with something wider. It's not what you get on regular Les Paul. Well, my Les Paul Studio, I looked at it, and the bridge is almost identical to this. So I don't know what that dude was talking about. Honestly, I think this is a great bridge. You get the little, kind of cheaper knobs, not like what you get on a real Les Paul. But, I like them. They're okay. If I were going to be doing a whole lot of rolling with my fingers, I'd want to get more like Les Paul type knobs instead of the little sort of more narrow ones. But the tone and volume seems very smooth. Let's listen. Cool. It's just beautiful, and it plays great. It feels like a superior guitar. I think it sounds a little better. I've played these. I should do an A/B. Maybe I'll do that later, an A/B comparison of the two. But I feel like for some reason the neck just feels better on this one. The scale's the same size and everything. The fretwork seems maybe a little better, and I like this. I just like the neck a lot. That's my pug making some noise. My pug is coughing. Anyway, one thing I'll say, if you're a beginner guitarist and you like having your position, dots and everything, you have them across the top. It can throw you off a little bit if you've not played a long time, not to look down and see your position markers. And so you're seeing the dragon scales and everything. You're not really seeing the position markers you might typically see, but you can see them across the top here. They are there. And me, over the years, I've kind of gotten used to just playing. I don't even pay much attention to the position markers anymore. And my pug is getting jealous that I'm playing here. I will say this: awesome guitar for the price. I mean, I can't believe how pretty it is, how good it sounds, how comfortable it is to play. Does it feel like a Les Paul? Almost. There's just a different feel that I get when I play my Gibson, my real Gibson. But gee whiz, man, I would think this would be a $500 guitar at least. And it's hard to describe how pretty it is unless you just see it. And the pictures I've seen don't do it justice. So I've tried to take some really good pictures. I like the black plastic and everything. I like the hardware. Like I said, tuners stay in tune really well. Frets feel good. The frets are good size. The neck radius is nice. I haven't played particularly well tonight because I've not been practicing much lately, but this is an excellent guitar. Sweet.